We got a new batch of UFC fight announcements, and I think that these are low-key bangers that I'm really excited about. What are they, and what are the stakes? Let's talk about it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is MMA 365, greatest UFC news YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, especially because 94% of you watching are not currently subscribed. So if you're a first-time watcher or a regular watcher, and you enjoy this video, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps me out. Thank you. So first item I want to discuss, this was just confirmed. Alvarez will be fighting Yaroslav Amosov at UFC 328 in May. This is the Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland card in Newark. Most of that card has been announced. This fight getting like second to last fight on the prelims type of vibes from this fight, and I'm really looking forward to this. I think that this could be a really fun fight. Both of these guys are coming off of wins. Joel Alvarez, he's on a four-fight winning streak, maybe three. Um, he was in the lightweight rankings for a little while at number 15, but he couldn't make the weight cut anymore, so he moved up to welterweight. And then in his welterweight debut, he completely destroyed Vicente Luque. That fight was entirely uncompetitive. Alvarez just completely mocked him. And then Yaroslav Amosov, he's I think Bellator champion, maybe Octagon, before coming to the UFC. And in his UFC debut, he submitted Neil Magny, the quintessential gatekeeper of the welterweight division. So Amosov passed the test. Congratulations, you're better than Neil Magny. It means you can be ranked pretty soon. Um, so nice little contender versus contender fight. I think that whoever wins this fight can get a ranked opponent, and maybe a pretty high ranked opponent at that, like Sean Brady or Joaquin Buckley, whoever loses that fight. Um, maybe, not Kamaru Usman. He's not going to take this fight, but um, yeah, I like both of these guys. This is the kind of fight where I'm kind of disappointed that someone has to lose, unless it ends in a draw, but that would be anticlimactic or no contest. Um, but I am looking forward to watching this. I think that this is a great addition to a card that already is pretty stacked, and UFC 328 just gets one fight deeper. Another exciting fight to watch. I approve. Next item I want to talk about. This was announced, I think, last night. Ilia Baraniewski will be fighting Billy Elekana. This is an Apex card in June, main evented by Bilal Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. That main event just has Apex all over it. I don't even think I talked about it because I just saw it and I was just like, yeah, the Apex, like, that tracks. Um, but this was Google had this as the co-main. I wouldn't exactly say that it's confirmed as the co-main, but I also think that Ivo Baraniewski, he has two knockouts in the UFC over Ibo Aslan and Austin Lane. He just knocked out Austin Lane a couple weeks ago. And Billy Elekana, he's no slouch. He's coming off of a submission of Junior Tafa, and outside of that, he has three wins in the UFC. Kevin Christian, Ibo Aslan as well, and his only loss in the UFC has been to Bogdan Guskov, who Guskov is ranked in the top 10 at this point. I don't think there's any shame in losing to Bogdan Guskov in your UFC debut. So I think that whoever wins this fight also deserves a ranked opponent. Maybe getting Dustin Jacoby vibes. Are you getting Dustin Jacoby vibes? Whoever wins this fight can fight Dustin Jacoby. Kobe, he's also on a winning streak, but he's a little older. He probably doesn't have a title run left in him. Or maybe the loser of Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker, especially if Ivo Aslan or Ivo Baraniewski wins this fight. Both Dominic Reyes and Johnny Walker have been knocked out quite aggressively before, and Ivo Baraniewski has two UFC knockouts and two UFC fights. However, the UFC, I would cook that up if Ivo Baraniewski wins this fight, which I think is far from a guarantee, because Billy Elekana is a pretty big step up in terms of competition for Ilia Baraniewski. Uh, Austin Lane, his only place in the UFC at this point is to be an athletic big body for other fighters to beat. And Ilia Elekana, I think he's actually kind of legit. He has pretty good grappling, which is rare for the light heavyweight division. So, big test coming up for Ilia Baraniewski. This will be in June in the Apex. And then last item I want to talk about, this just happened. Fiziev called out Rafael Fiziev for the UFC Baku card in June. This card will have, no, it won't have, never mind, sorry. And I think that this would be a great fight. Rafael Fiziev, he is on a losing streak. He lost to Justin Gaethje. He lost to Mauricio Hufi. And Fiziev, he just earned a number 15 ranking in the lightweight division. He submitted a Nazim Sadikov, and he looks pretty good so far. He's a very big, lanky lightweight. He's like 6'1", maybe 6'2". He has good grappling. He kind of moves like a tarantula. Well, that's Jalen Turner's nickname. Fiziev, he's just like really long guy, and I think that this is another fight that I think is really good. I feel kind of bad for Rafael Fiziev because I think he's looked good in his last few fights, but he just hasn't been able to get a win recently. And as for Fiziev, I mean, certainly not a tough out, but good for Rafael Fiziev to get a fight in his home country. And as for Fiziev, I mean, this is about as good of a chance as you can get at moving up the rankings in terms of like a winnable fight. I know that Michael Chandler is still ranked somehow, but Rafael Fiziev certainly doesn't have any momentum right now, so he deserves to fight down just a little bit, and I think that this would be a good fight. Again, this is far from an official announcement. This is just Fiziev making a call out and Rafael Fiziev accepting. Careful what you wish for. Bring some good honey for tea. You will be welcomed in Baku. The fist. Fiziev's gonna punch him but they do seem to be handling this with sportsmanship. There doesn't seem to be a real like anger or beef there. Kind of just like two guys respecting each other, which is fine and good. We support sportsmanship at the UFC. And this fight is not confirmed, but I think if it does get announced, then this would be a good fight. Like co-main of a fight night at Baku. I get co-main vibes from this. I think Fiziev is a big enough name at this point to still be in a co-main spot. I think that's fair. And Fiziev, what do you got? Let's find out. That'll conclude this video for now. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.